Sorry if you can hear him in the microphone. Not that it's a competition. It's not a competition. It's not a competition. Hi everyone. Welcome back to Have You Met JV. My name is Joana and I speak to you from Lisbon in Portugal. And today I wanted to talk about other YouTubers. So I know my channel is just very little and I have few views and subscribers, but I do spend a lot of time on YouTube watching other podcasters and other YouTubers talking about their knitting and their crochet. And I always like to discover new ones. So I have a list of 15 channels I watch the most. These are like just knitting and crocheting. I have other YouTubers I watch as well. And I have other knitting channels I watch as well, but they didn't make this list. These are the ones that I always click on their videos if they publish something new. And if you have any recommendations, so any channels that you love but I didn't put in this list, please leave me a comment down below because I'm always interested in finding new YouTubers and start watching someone new. I take a lot of inspiration from other people, not just for the type of videos I make, but also for things to knit and patterns. And I just love listening to people talk about their knitting. It's really relaxing and it's something I like to do when I'm knitting, or sometimes I even have it on the background when I'm cooking or when I'm cleaning the house. It's something really fun to do. And I'm always interested in new ones. So please leave me a comment down below with your favorite YouTubers. Okay, so the first one, and I should say that I decided to order these by subscribers. So I'm going to put the channels with fewer subscribers at the time of recording first. And that's because I think that's the fairest thing. People tend to start watching videos and then they give up, or they get tired of it, or they go and do something else. So there's always more people watching videos at the beginning of the video than when we get to the end. So I thought the fairest thing to do is to put the smaller channels in the beginning of the video so then they get the most exposure. So we're going to go in order, in increasing order of subscribers. This is not my preference, as in like this is not by order of preference. I like all of these equally. This is just so that smaller YouTubers get the most exposure out of this video. Okay. So the first one is Sunday Morning Knits. This is Laura. She has currently 587 subscribers, and I really like her. I really like her channel. She has a very calming and soothing presence. She has a very, very sweet voice, and she mostly posts podcasts where she talks about her projects and finished objects, all those things. And she also spins yarn, which is very fun. And she talks about the yarn she spins, which is really nice. It's a small channel. Go and give her some love. I really enjoy her videos. And what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to list the YouTube channel down below in the description, so you can go and click on it. But I'm going to put a card here with a video that I think you might like. So in this case is the SoCal Fiber Fair vlog. It's a very short video, but where she does like a tour of a fiber festival she went to. So let's hear from Laura. What does she have to say?
Hello everybody and welcome to Sunday Morning Knits, my channel where I like to talk about all the things that I'm currently knitting.
Okay, so the next one is Buy a Thread Knits. This is Maddie.
Started filming and I'm already sweating, so this will be fun.
Maddie has 3,808, I'm going to say like this, 3.83 thousand subscribers. And she's really funny. She's really funny. She's someone who I laugh a lot when watching her. She has a great sense of humor. She's a little bit aloof and it really suits her. It's really nice. She talks a lot about her failures as well. So when she's struggling with a project, when something doesn't go well, she struggles, she talks about it, which I really appreciate. And the video I wanted to the video I recommend from her is Everything I Knit in 2024. So all her videos are great, but I really especially enjoy these videos of recap of what people have knit. So you'll see that there's a couple like this in this list of everything that people have made in 2024. So the next channel is KnitCheek. This is Natalie.
KnitCheek. My name is Natalie, and I am the cheek behind KnitCheek, and this is my making podcast.
Natalie has 4,800 subscribers. Oh my God, I'm really struggling today with the numbers. 4.8 thousand subscribers. 4.8 thousand subscribers. And Natalie is, I'm not saying where people are based, but all of these so far have been based in the US. And I don't know exactly where each of them are based. I think Natalie is based in California, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not going to say the states. I'm just going to say they're based in the US because otherwise I'm going to make a mistake for sure. And Natalie is a recent discovery of mine. She's good to watch. She is, I don't think she's been knitting for that long, but she's very good. And she's very prolific knitter. She has like a business with her partner or her husband. I'm not sure if they're married, but it doesn't matter. And they kind of refurbished houses. So she talks a little bit about that. She talks a little bit about her life. She has a couple of cats, I think, or one cat and one dog, something like that. And she has a beautiful house. Her house is beautiful. So she records in different parts of her house, and you can see like they have impeccable taste for decor. And she's very fun to watch. I really like her. And the video I would recommend from her is her most recent video called My Valentine's Knits. It's like a vlog. I think it's a vlog style where she's knitting different things for Valentine's Day. And throughout the video, she says Valentine's. So she immediately says in the beginning of the video that she always said Valentine's Day, and then she was going to try and say Valentine's Day. And then she spends the whole of the video saying Valentine's Day. And every time she said Valentine's Day, I chuckled because it's so funny to me that she would say Valentine's Day. Who am I to talk about people speaking English? Come on, please. Anyway, yeah, that's Natalie. I really enjoy her channel. The next one is Ali Makes Everything, and it's Ali.
Hi, hello, my name is Allie. I'm an independent graphic designer coming to you from just outside Toronto, and this is my channel where I talk about what I'm knitting, how it's going, and what it's costing.
So Ali has 6.32 thousand subscribers. It's also, I think, a relatively recent video podcast, if I'm not mistaken. And I think this is the one I discovered the most recently of everyone. But I'm obsessed with her videos. She's a graphic designer, so she has fantastic taste. Her videos are really well edited. She talks quite fast, but I quite enjoy that. It gives like a rhythm to the videos. I really enjoy that. And she's based in Canada. And the video that I would recommend from her, it's actually a fantastic video where she explains, it's called How Much Did I Make? And it's a video where she's very transparent about her YouTube journey. She talks about how much money she's made, what videos were more successful, which videos were less successful. And it's a really fantastic insight. And for creators like me who just now started their YouTube channel, it was a fantastic video. And she also gives some tips about editing and tools and how she records things. And I really enjoy it. You might not be so interested in that side of things, but if you're not interested in this video, I promise you there's enough podcast content and other knitting content. So go and check out her channel anyway and watch some of her videos because she's really great. So the next one is Sam. His handle is Irish Farm Art. So if you just put Sam on YouTube, you're not going to get there. You need to put Irish Farm Art. And this is Sam.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of an Irish knitting podcast. I am Sam.
So Sam is an Italian guy living in Ireland and he's also an artist. So he has some videos about other stuff like painting and stuff like that. But I really enjoy his knitting podcast. He has 6.42 thousand subscribers. And the video I would recommend from him is All I Knit in 2024 as well. He knits a lot of color work and he has beautiful beautiful jumpers. Like, he's very, very talented at knitting color work, and he has some amazing jumpers. So the next one is Carslee Handmade. This is Carson.
Hi, welcome back. My name is Carson and this is my space where I chat about knitting.
So Carson has 7.18 thousand subscribers, and she's based in the US. She has a couple of kids, if I'm not mistaken, or one kid, something like that. And she mostly makes podcast episodes. And I really like her video. I really like her taste, the things she knits. And the video I would recommend from her is fall knitting plans. I think it's probably one of my favorite videos from her. As I say, she has impeccable taste, and I like most of the patterns she picks and suggests. Okay, so the next one is Cinnamon Knits. This is Sophie.
Is becoming a pyramid scheme. Respect your elders, because those bitches know what they're talking about.
Okay, Sophie has 8.07 thousand subscribers, and she actually went viral with a star blanket video where she talks about the controversy about the star blanket crochet blanket, where I wasn't even aware of the controversy until I watched her video. And that's the first video I watched of her, where she talked about the fact that just because someone wrote a pattern, they don't owe you anything. They don't owe you anything else. And I really like to listen to her talk about it. She has made a couple of other videos where she talks about like hot opinions, and I don't always agree with her, I have to say, but I still find it very refreshing to listen to her. She does a lot of vlogs as well. She travels a lot to Paris, and she does a lot of vlogs. And she's someone who I really like listening to. She's similar age to me, I think. She's in her mid-30s, if I'm not mistaken, late 30s maybe. And I really relate to her in a lot of ways. And she's based in the UK as well. I haven't said this, but she's based in the UK. And yeah, I really enjoy her channel. The next one is the Knit Purl Girl. You might have heard people talk about the Knit Purl Girl. She's Sophie.
Welcome back to my podcast. My name is Sophie, but I'm better known as the Knit Purl Girl.
Sophie is based in the UK. She's also a knitwear designer. Actually, my Farm tea I recently finished is by her. And she doesn't post very regularly. She has, I haven't said how many subscribers she has, but she has 8.42 thousand subscribers, which I was a little bit surprised about, because I thought she would have more subscribers. She's like a relatively popular designer, and I thought she might have more subscribers. But actually, maybe it's because she doesn't post that often. She might post once every month or once every couple of months. But her podcasts are really great. You can see some of her designs, what she's working on. She talks a lot about inspiration and construction, and it's a little bit more detailed and more technical, and I really enjoy it. The video I would recommend from her is an older video, which I thought was fascinating, where she talks about dozens of brands of mohair. It's really great. She goes in depth through a lot of different mohairs, which ones are better for one thing, which ones are better for another thing. She has tried so many different mohairs, and she really talks about the specifications of each of them. And it's a relatively long video, but I watched it all, and it's a video I'm going to reference in the future when I'm picking mohair to work with, because it's really in depth and it's really fantastic. Okay, the next one is one of my favorite channels. Well, they all are, but this one I binged, like when I first saw it, I binged watched all of her videos from like the most recent to the oldest. And that is AKA Nora Knits. This is Nora.
Hello there, I'm Nora, and you're watching, also known as Nora Knits.
So Nora has 14.4 thousand subscribers, and I'm just going to recommend her last video because all of her podcasts are fantastic. So I would say the great majority of her videos are just in podcast format, but she has a very unique style. First of all, her editing is impeccable. I wouldn't be surprised if her channel rises like really quickly. Her editing is impeccable. She has fantastic taste. She goes into so much detail on editing her videos. It puts all of us to shame. It puts all of us to shame because it's really fantastic. She really goes out of her way to make her videos like super professional. She has really great taste in what she knits. She's a relatively recent knitter, but she's not afraid of trying new things. So she's always like making these amazing garments. And you're like, where did all this ability came out of? Like you just started knitting and now you're making like this very complex designs. I wouldn't be surprised if she becomes a knitwear designer and becomes very popular because she is like, her attention to detail, it's really fantastic. And then she has like this really bubbly personality as well. And yeah, I love her channel. Every time she releases, and she releases every Saturday, a video every Saturday. Every Saturday, if I can, I will watch her video straight away because it's really great. Okay, the next one is Breeding Yarn. This is Isabella.
This video is going to be fairly casual. I think it's going to be of more interest to people that are long-term viewers, and like there aren't going to be many new people just popping up in here.
Okay, Isabella has 25,000 subscribers, and this is a podcast I've been, well, not a podcast, a channel I've been following for a while. I don't think she does podcast episodes. Sometimes she does recap what she's been working on, but she does more videos about finishing whips. So she does a lot of videos where she finishes all the whips she has on the needles. She does a lot of like pattern roundups, just general chats, vlogs. She's really great. I would say she does as much knitting as she does crochet as well. And she has a really good eye for editing as well. Her videos are really well edited. She has 2 really cute cats, which remind me of my cat. They're like black cats. And she's just really great. And the video I would recommend from her is a video she made on yarn sustainability, where I learned so much. She really knows what she's talking about. She did a lot of research for that video, you can tell. And I thought it was a really fantastic video. And I recommend everyone to watch it because you can learn a lot about sustainability and yarn choices. The next one is Laura Penrose. This is Laura.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura Penrose and I am here with a weekly vlog.
Laura has 26.1 thousand subscribers and she's a knitwear designer as well. I've never knitted anything from her. I only recently started watching her videos because I was watching one video like this one where someone, I don't remember who it was, but someone was recommending other YouTube channels and they mentioned Laura Penrose and that she's a knitwear designer. And I'm very interested in YouTube channels from knitwear designers because I think I can learn a lot from them. And they usually go a lot into technicalities and talk a lot about construction. And I find that very interesting. So I can't say that I've watched a lot of videos from Laura, but the ones I watched I really enjoyed. And the one I would recommend is a week in the life of a knitwear designer, where she does it like this vlog, chatty style video and talks about the different things she has to do in a week for her business to thrive. So the next channel is Mark Vogel. Now, this is Mark.
Hi, my name is Mark and welcome to the channel.
Mark is a sweetheart. He has such a calming presence. He has 27.7 thousand subscribers, so it's a very popular channel. And I can see why. He's just really great. He does a lot of chatty videos. He's very technically minded in the sense that he talks a lot about yarns. He works at a yarn shop. He talks a lot about how to care for your knits. And he makes videos that are really different. And the video I would recommend from him, it's called From Sheep to Skein. And it's an interview and a tour to Uredale Farm in I think it's in Shetland. Now, he has a couple of these videos where he goes to either a yarn shop or a yarn mill and interviews the people, and he talks a lot about, he doesn't talk a lot, the people talk a lot about the process of making yarn or selling yarn, on how they got into business. If you can hear my cat, he's shouting at me, probably because he wants some petting. Sorry. Psst, psst, psst. Kramer. Kramer. Psst, 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 psst. Sorry if you can hear him in the microphone. Yeah, so Mark has this really great videos where he goes to places related to yarn and then interviews people, and I really enjoy those videos. I don't think they're like their most popular videos, but for me, they're my favorites for sure. Okay, so the next one is Handmade by Florence. She's also a very popular YouTuber. This is Florence.
Hi there, it's Florence here, and it has been quite a while.
Florence has 69,000 subscribers, and she mostly does podcasts, I think. And she knits a lot of color work. She's one of, I have cat hair in my mouth now. She's one of those that knits a lot of knitwear. She's a very prolific knitter. She knits a lot. She puts us to shame for sure. Not that it's a competition. It's not a competition. It's not a competition. But yeah, she knits a lot. She knits a lot of color work. She's now in a mitten phase where she's making loads of like really beautiful color work mittens. And she has a very calming presence as well. And one thing I like about Florence is that she knits quite a bit with Portuguese yarn from Rosa Pomar. Like I noticed in her videos, she sometimes talks about Rosa Pomar yarns, and I'm like, yay, Portuguese yarn. I get really excited about that. Not that I'm gaining anything with that, but I think it's really cute that other people, you know, to think that other people are knitting with Portuguese yarn. I get really like proud of my country. Not that I did anything for that, but you know. One video I would recommend from her is the Knit Your First Sweater. So she released a pattern for free of a, I think it's a raglan sweater. I might be wrong. It might not be raglan construction, but it's supposed to be a very beginners friendly sweater. And it's called, I think, My First Sweater, or I don't know, something like that. It's a widely popular pattern on Ravelry, and she has a YouTube video, a tutorial to go with it. So if you're interested in knitting your first sweater, I highly recommend, or if you have beginners in your life that are looking to knit their first sweater, then I recommend this video. They can find the pattern on Ravelry and then watch her video. If you're not interested in knitting your first sweater because you've knit loads of sweaters before, then watch any of her podcasts because they're really great. So I have 2 more to go, and they're very popular channels, so you probably have heard about these ones. But one is The Wool Needle's Hand. This is Taylor.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the Wool Needle's Hands Knitting Podcast. My name is Taylor, and I will be your host.
So Wool Needle's Hand has 77.9 thousand subscribers, and what can I say about this channel? Is very educational, very, very, very educational. So she has so many videos where you can learn so much. She talks about, she goes into so much detail about yarn, composition, construction, pattern making. She's really like, she does her research so well. And then she has other videos that are a little bit more fun, where she does like this thing called the Ravelry Roulette. It's hard to say, Ravelry Roulette, where she kind of draws some random numbers and then see what patterns that would give, and goes into like the depths of Ravelry and find these really funky patterns. Not funky in a bad way, but like funny patterns. And then she has these other videos where the subscribers will send her, I have this yarn in the house, I don't know what to make with it. And she gives a few suggestions for people to make things with that yarn. And I think that's really great. So she has a Patreon as well. Some of these people have Patreons. but she has a Patreon, and I know she puts a lot of resources in her Patreon. Not that I'm not one of her patrons, but I know she's like a channel that shares a lot with her patrons as well. Yeah, the video I would recommend from her is my favorite online resources. It's a older video, but where she gives you a lot of different like websites. If you're a knitter, if you were interested in changing patterns or self-drawing patterns, these are really great resources for you, and it's a video that it's well worth the watch. Finally, the last one I want to recommend you is Kutovakika. Everyone knows Kutovakika. Kutovakika is Kika or Veronica Lindberg.
Hello and welcome to a new video. My name is Kika.
She has 367,000 subscribers, and I'm not going to say too much about her. She's like a very popular knitwear designer. I was very surprised to know that she started a channel as like a photography channel, and then she transitioned more into knitwear. And her videos are really fun, they're really colorful. She doesn't post them as much anymore, but when she does post them, they're really great, they're really well made, really well edited. She shows like her house, the studio, she talks about yarn, she talks about her own designs. It's a really great one. And one video I would recommend is where she goes to Barcelona Knits, and she does like a vlog at the festival. She talks about her book. I think that's the one she talks about her book. And it's a really great video, but any of her videos are great, to be honest. Okay, so that's it for my favorite YouTube channels on knitting and crochet. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to leave your recommendations so I can check them out. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.